Well, is that a big reason why they're having such a good start to the season, why they are so fancy to go on and win it, Micah?
Yeah, I think Arsenal have been absolutely brilliant. I think in terms of Arsenal, what they can do, they can win in any way. Yes, we've talked about the set pieces. Yes, we've talked about defensively. But I actually think with Gyökeres, the way he stretches opposition to allow the likes of Eze and Saka to get involved, Martinelli running in behind, Trossard getting in them pockets as well. I just think they're a brilliant team to watch. Watching them in the Champions League against Atletico, I thought it was going to be two teams who sat back and it'd be very difficult. But they went there, expressed themselves. I told them a couple of weeks ago, or I thought, they had the handbrake on. They've taken the handbrake off now. And Arsenal, if they want it, it's certainly there for them.
Well, they have a chance to extend their lead at the top of the table today. Now, Liverpool, of course, fascinating what's going on there right now. 4 straight defeats in the Premier League. Manchester City lurking in third. This could be quite a pivotal weekend in many ways, Jamie.
Yeah, I think it could, because you look at Manchester City's game away at Aston Villa's not an easy game. I think if Arsenal can win today, you think of that daylight between themselves and Liverpool, but also Manchester City, if they don't get maximum points. And looking at Arsenal right now, they look by far the best team in this country right now. It's very early days, of course it is, but they need to capitalise on the situation they find themselves in with other clubs right now, because they could achieve a sizable lead in these early stages.
They do say we're not supposed to look at the table until 10 games in, but I tell you what, Sunderland fans are looking at it. Bournemouth fans are absolutely looking at it right now. They have a chance to climb as well today. Manchester City, though, Micah, you were pretty confident at the start of this season, and then very early, a little bit of a smack on the nose, losing at home to Spurs and then away at Brighton. What's the feeling now, though? 9 unbeaten.
Wolves, I remember doing that game, and there was outstanding. We talked about Reinders' energy in midfield, Man City struggle. Certainly on that transition, then the Spurs game in Brighton, I thought it was back to Man City of last season. Then they went on this tremendous run. I still don't think they're quite at the very best, but they've got someone in Erling Haaland who's playing some of the best football of his life. And not just that, we know Haaland can score goals. It's the way he's scoring the goals. When teams are going into that low block, now he's finding that space. But if there's one team that could stop Arsenal, yeah, I would pick Man City.
Jamie, would you say if there's one player, I think you have said this, there's one player that can stop Arsenal, it's Erling Haaland. He scored in 11 of these 12 games.
Yeah, listen, we all know this is not the best Manchester City team we've seen under Pep Guardiola, but right now he's the best player in the Premier League by a long distance, as Micah has just said. And yes, it's early days in the Premier League, but for me, right now, he's the only man who can stop Arsenal winning the Premier League this season.
What do you see differently in his game now, Jamie? Because you and Alan Eyes on the Mondays and all that sort of thing. He's always scored goals. He picked up an injury last season. But what's different?
Listen, I don't think there's massive amounts that are different. Let's not forget his first season he came in. He scored a goal a game then. He's just back to those heights again. And I think sometimes, because Manchester City didn't have their best season last season, you'd almost forget about him in terms of talking about the best players in the world or the best goal scorers. But he's just back in terms of scoring goals. Manchester City look like the back as well. But the big thing when you look at those results, we're talking about Haaland's goals, how many clean sheets are there as well. Yeah. That's very important for them.
Steak and raw milk, that's the secret.
Yes.